Alright, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, so today we're eating Sloppy Joe sliders and tater rounds. Okay, so if you're new to your channel, please subscribe to the channel and subscribe. Even if you're new, if you haven't subscribed, definitely go and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so you get notifications the next time we post a video. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things you see us try, things you see us cook, interact with us because we do like to hear from you. I'm gonna say grace and get started here at the top. Thank you for this food we're about to receive for nourishment of our bodies and health. In Jesus' name we pray, man. I wanted to make this sausage pasta, but these two acted crazy when I said that, and they were like, "Can we please have Sloppy Joe sliders?"
I mean, you make them good all the time, so.
But I didn't want that.
But still you make them good. Is that right, Gavin?
Very much right.
Their cheese literally melts in my mouth.
I mean, they are very tasty, but I just didn't want that.
But let your kids have that. Oh. This one over here is telling me why we can't have that pasta thing.
What are you talking about? Talking about some this one over here. Let me show y'all how you know it's good. Because Gavin just got a spoon to get his stuff that came out of his slider. And Gavin, I be having to tell him to eat the stuff that fall on his plate.
Amy. This cheese is waiting.
I think it was my sister who discovered this recipe. Because it's not. It's from Buzz. It's from BuzzFeed Tasty, and the sauce is homemade. It ain't from the can.
But why you have to? Now you're getting everything from your sister.
Right, you should have to eat your food. This video, or a recipe video of me cooking it. I know I did the Sloppy Joe grilled cheese, but I'm trying
Sloppy Joe grilled cheese?
But
I've seen that.
I'm trying to think if I did a full cooking video or a short. I don't think I did a short. Not on YouTube anyway. I did post it on. It's on my TikTok.
You mean Tiki Talkie?
But if you hating on tater rounds.
Because nobody wants them.
We all want them.
But
Tater rounds are superior.
Very superior. Tell her mother. Tell her mother.
I got 3 left. Now I got. Oh.
I'm sorry, it's just so good. I lost myself.
Oh God.
But look at you actually doing what I told you, which is to eat the thing that you don't like first. That way you don't have it left to the end. Yeah, all the pay around.
Nobody likes to take it out.
We all like pay around.
No, only black woman doesn't.
No.
Could you please pull up my sleeves? It feels very good. Have a Harvey bracelet. Guys, this Sloppy Joe's slider tastes really good.
What?
I said this Sloppy Joe's sliders are very good, but not the tater ones. What? Very good. My mind is so quiet.
I don't know.
It's because the food is good. She don't want to admit it. She knows good. She was like, okay, maybe I did need this.
I already said it's good.
And Devin, do not accept my mom. She's not your mom. She's my mom.
Grayson, I was his mama before I was your mama.
Preach, please.
What?
Yeah.
I want to tell y'all, I told y'all I was going to tell y'all about my team, but I have to tell y'all when these kids not around. So, I may have to hold that off for another video. But don't worry. I'm going to tell y'all because I like to testify. I have to testify. Okay, I got to share I got to tell the truth.
Do you really have to?
Oh, well, I can talk about if Love is Blind. Watch season 8. I've binge watched season 8 over a couple days. And y'all know it's a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen it, click off. Or not click off, just put me on mute.
Go down.
I'm probably gonna talk about it to the end of the video though, but just put me on mute. Don't turn me off because I need, need that watch time. You feel me?
Click down the subscription below and like and subscribe.
But Alright, so season 8. Off the bat, first of all, I hate that.
Like
I
and
hate
subscribe. And
I'm salty because only one of the 5 couples got married and was still married at the reunion. Somebody who pissed me off the most was Dave and Lauren. Dave got on my dang own nerves because why would he do Lauren like that? Okay, it had came out basically. Lauren, she had a FWB.
Is that creepy one you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about a TV show.
Huh?
I'm talking about a TV show. That's why the dude purposefully planted in Dave's friend's head and ultimately Dave's sister's head that Lauren was in a relationship with this guy up until like the day before she had went on the show. And like Dave was relentless. He would not believe nothing that Lauren said. Like, and it was just something that he couldn't even get past. Like, he was just like, but how could you, be seeing somebody or in a relationship up until right before you went on the show? And she's like, I wasn't in a relationship. It was nothing serious. Like, I didn't feel like, I guess the guy said basically, maybe he was trying to say that she ghosted him or something like that because she ain't like really in things, but she was like, it was nothing to end. It was just like, I was hooked up with the dude. That was it, So this was kept going on. He ultimately broke up with her before they even made it to the altar because he just could not get over it. And like, I felt so bad for her because she just, obviously she was heartbroken. So like, he wouldn't, it affected him so much that he wouldn't allow, like, Lauren's thing was just like, you having these conversations that I'm not a part of. Like, you having these conversations with people, your family and friends, and conversations that I'm not a part of, and where I can't defend myself, and you clearly not defending me because, he was believing what his friends was, and he talking about, he just so gung-ho, like, oh, my friends wouldn't like, and, he wasn't really like, he wasn't believing Lauren. Lauren friends even tried to talk to him or whatever, which his thing was, well, of course your friends gonna back you, your friends and family gonna back you. And see, I just almost like really bit my lip. And so he was just like, her friends tried to talk to him, and he just was not listening. Something he couldn't get over. So then he just ultimately broke it off with her. I think a couple weeks before. Now, she had already told him that the dude that basically been spreading the rumor about Lauren was trying to get on the show. So he was saying whatever he could to get some FaceTime on the show and stuff like that. So, like I said, he broke it off with her, and I was just so annoyed. I was so pissed because it was something that they clearly couldn't. He wasn't able to get past. Like, he kept bringing it up. I felt so bad for her because I'm sure she was. I mean, every time they talked about it on camera, she was crying. She said one night she had laid in the bed and cried for like an hour. Then, dude, he was it the night? I don't know. It was one night that they was talking about it. They were supposed to have their family and friends come over, and he was like shielding his friend. Like, he didn't want his friends to come around Lauren, and wasn't letting, like, I guess his friends and family didn't want to come around because their mind was made up saying that basically he's just like, I mean, if I can't make them do something they don't want to do, plus they skip, like, they mind already made up. Like, he would not like put her in front of his family and friends to defend herself or whatever and explain what the situation was. And so they were supposed to have the little thing, and like her family had came, and his friends and family was supposed to come, and he was like, well, now I don't know if I want them to come, basically, because he ain't want his family to come around or friends because he just didn't think that it was like gonna last between them or whatever because of that situation. He said that it was because of his ego and all this other kind of stuff. It's just like, bro, you're ridiculous. You let some outsider predict what happened between y'all or whatever, what could have happened. And furthermore, it don't matter because whatever happened prior to y'all is what happened prior to y'all. Like, and then I guess he was trying to say that he was texting her, like trying to get back or whatever with her when she got her phone back, and she was like, well, yeah, I mean, he was texting me because he ain't know, it wasn't like she, like, she ain't think it was nothing. It wasn't nothing serious with him that she felt there was something that needed to be broken off. They wasn't in a relationship. They was just hanging out casually. You feel me? Bro was not somebody serious to her and stuff. And that's another thing. Like, men don't think or don't think that women can do it. They also don't like when women act like and move like they do. So yeah, so he did, say that it was a pride thing, like, how could you, be with somebody other than me? And I guess it had been a long time for him having, been in a relationship or dealing with somebody or whatever. And she was like, I mean, but like her friends, like, while it's not the same, but somebody tried to give the example, like, well, haven't you or did you flirt with anybody? Put the tater rounds in there too. Like, did you flirt with anybody before you came here? And it's like, yeah, man, but that's just flirting or whatever. Like, so at the reunion, he talking about he regret blah blah blah. But I like what Lauren said. She was like, I guess he had reached out to her like 2 weeks before the reunion to say that, old dude finally came forward and said that he had fabricated the thing or whatever, made it more than what it was or whatever, like, or at least the friend, like, and you believe it. Like, I could see if it was one of your friends, you believe in somebody that is an acquaintance of your friends. You don't even know this dude for real or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But basically found out that the guy, intentionally planted that story in his friend's head and the friend that was friends with his sister because he knew that it would get back to Dave and his sister or whatever. And and Lauren was just like, I mean, she didn't really feel no ways tired about it because it was something that she already knew. You telling me something that I've been telling you, I done cried about, I done literally like broke down to you and told you that, but I mean, she dodged a bullet because just like, that can't be, what if there was something else or another instance or whatever where it was, her word against somebody else's. Already showed me you don't trust me. You don't care what I say or whatever. No matter how many times I cry about it, I'm blue in the face. You like gonna take whoever else word. So it's F you at this point. So but that Dave, oh my goodness, he really pissed me off with that. Cause like, how you gonna? I mean, I just couldn't believe that he would really. You sitting there, and then, I mean, you really letting something that happened before. Like, you see where I'm at. You see, I'm with you. I'm engaged to you. Like, and you gonna let something that happened before you dictate where we at. And I guess he kept saying that my friend and family just want the best for me. They just want to make sure that I'm not getting played, blah blah blah. And your dumb self now lost out on your wife because you want to, you know what I'm saying, do that or whatever. And another Molly, so this girl Molly was one of Dave's connections too, and like I'm pretty sure it was Molly, and he like had a conversation with her. They had all did this like couples thing, but I mean, really, Dave and Lauren was broke up at this time. But Molly was like, "F your friends. Like, if they can't, like, if they can't get that, like, if you say that these people really care about you, love you, all sort of kind of stuff, and they want to see you happy, there. If you told them like this is really important to me, I know where you at, or I know how you feel about this, but it would really mean the world to me if you came and just like sat down, talk with her, meet her, or whatever." Because everybody, Lauren's family, everybody was like, even the other girls was just like, when they meet her, they're gonna love her or whatever. He was just not. He wouldn't allow Lauren to meet his family. So he made the bed, and now he gotta lay in it. Hurry. So yeah, that one, that whole situation, that probably made me the maddest or whatever. Honestly, I'm so pissed. Then who else? Um, Taylor and Daniel. I feel like it'd be people that you just know they're gonna make it, and they made it. And I was happy for them. I don't know, they clicked. They worked really well together or whatever. So that was cool. I was really sorry about Virginia and Devin because I was so confused as to like her not saying no or her saying no at the altar. Like now after reunion, she was saying, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of bull to me. It sounded like excuses, honestly. Like she gonna say she wasn't ready. I guess he had gotten a letter from somebody that he didn't really wasn't dated. He more so saw this person as a friend. And it's somebody that he's been a friend with for a long time, and she had just wrote him a letter congratulating him and stuff like that, and saying how proud he was and happy she was, proud of him she was, and happy for him and Virginia or whatever. But I guess Virginia saw the letter, and that was it for her or whatever, or she just felt some type of way about it because I don't know, I guess her mom told his mom told her that they used to date or whatever. And then I guess his mom's coworker or somebody gave them $1,000 as a wedding gift, and he didn't tell Virginia about it. He was like, "Oh well, when the wedding happens, then when we get married, like this, I'll give this, this will be both of ours or whatever." But she felt some type of way that he didn't tell her about it. That she found out about it through his mom, and I guess he found out about it from his mom, he still didn't say nothing to her about it, and still to this day, I guess doesn't know where the $1,000 went. Blah blah blah. Then what else did she say? I don't know. It just felt like a whole bunch of excuses. Like I thought, I think Nick Lachey said it that like everybody thought that okay, probably the prenup was gonna be like if he ain't signed that was gonna be it for her, but he ended up signing it. So when he signed it, we thought it was golden. Like y'all was on the same page. So for her to say that she's not ready, and I feel like I don't know, not ready for what exactly, because you don't know how I feel about these people going on this experiment, and dang on well what it entails, and for you to say that you're not ready, or you can't marry a stranger, all that kind of stuff, that stuff don't fit well with me. It don't sit well with me. So, who else was it? Ben and whatever her name was. I don't know. I mean, I can understand, like, so this Ben's girl, I can understand, I guess, her perspective in that basically she awoke melanin receptive lady, and he was not. He admitted that he's very privileged. He doesn't have insight into the social justice issues and all that other good stuff because obviously it hasn't affected him. That's a lot of people's um reality. That's the reality of melanin recessive people in this country, for real. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea because it's not affecting them directly and stuff. So she had asked him what his stance was on social justice issues, Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ community, because her sister is a lesbian. And you know, he was just like he don't, and he's very religious too. And she don't really subscribe to, I think she believes in a higher power, but she doesn't subscribe to like religions because she doesn't like how, being that she has a sister in the LGBTQ community, she doesn't like how, you know, obviously, you know, they demify or demonize, you know, homosexuality and stuff like that, or you know, lesbian, gay community, that community. And he was just like, you know, I do. He said that he don't, you know, it's not something that he's against or whatever like that, and you know, he believed that people can love who they love and stuff like that. As far as social justice issues, he just didn't know because he didn't know, but it wasn't like he said, you know, he told her that I'm not expecting you to have the burden of teaching me or whatever he want to learn and stuff like that. It's just something that he hadn't really considered because it wasn't in his face basically. And you know, her being down for the cause, it was very important to her. But I mean, do I think that was, I mean, hey, that's her, you know, her prerogative. Was it Ben and Sarah? I think it was Sarah. I think maybe, I don't know. But I mean, that's her prerogative and her views, and I could see, you know, if her wanting to make sure that somebody gonna be on the picket lines with her. I guess, you know, she decides she want to protest and whatnot. So okay, but I don't know. I don't know, because somebody else said that they felt like, you know, you could have differing. Oh, it was Devin. He was saying that because also Virginia brought up, um, you know, women's rights, abortion rights, and stuff like that, and asked him how he felt about it. Now she talked about her views, but I guess he didn't want to talk about it on camera. But that was another reason why she noted that she couldn't move forward because he wasn't aligned on her views as it pertains to that and stuff. But he said that because I think also maybe his parents are Republicans or whatever, and so obviously they probably have really conservative views and stuff like that. And but I don't know that he did or whatever. We didn't get to hear his side or what he thought. He more so was just the scene was him sitting there listening to her talk about hers or whatever. But I guess that was something that, you know, her core values that they didn't align on, and she just, you know, wasn't cool with it. I'm like, but he said that he doesn't feel like that is a deal breaker as far as like if people don't align on certain things. Like if you can, you know, basically, I don't know, come to common ground, agree to disagree, blah blah blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't think that was something that they shouldn't be together for that, whatever. So that was that. And so that was, I think it was Sarah. I don't really know what Ben's wife or fiance's name was. I can't remember, but yeah. So her thing was he just didn't. And you could tell that, like. But the thing is, like, they talked about it in the pods, and he was the same way that he was in the pods, outside of pods. And I don't know why she even agreed to get married to him, because he already said, you know, what his stance was, how he felt in the pod. So to act like like to not marry that man over that where you knew where he stood before he proposed. You know what I'm saying? So that he didn't propose to her. I mean, well, she didn't. She said no. He wanted to. I think he wanted to marry her, but she said no. Also, she was. I think something that rubbed her the wrong way was that when she had went to the church that he goes to, and she wanted to know, like she said that she's not really like a church goer, but she'll go if you know that her partner goes. But wherever they do go, she wants to know that they do have the same ideals or whatever that she does, or you know, doesn't basically demonize the LGBTQ community. And yeah, so she had she went to church with him, but you could just tell she was not feeling it. She was so disinterested, unengaged. She was not feeling it at all. And then I guess she went and looked at one of the older sermons, I guess, of the church, and they talked about LGBTQ. And I forget what was said, but she didn't like the message that they sent or whatever. I really kind of wasn't following it, like what she was saying. Like I don't know. Like God, I think it was, I don't know, child. I can't remember. I'm not even gonna try to recall or rehash what they said because I can't even remember. But basically, she didn't agree with the message. He didn't agree with it either. She did. She had asked him what his church's stance was on, you know, the LGBTQ community, and he couldn't remember. And when she found that sermon and, you know, asked him about it, maybe he was like, maybe I wasn't there, or maybe it just wasn't one that was memorable or resonated with me because it wasn't something that was relevant to me, which I can understand. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. So that was that. And then the other two that didn't make it, her sister was very adamant that she ain't like Buddy, and she ain't think that, she thought it was too soon. She didn't like the experiment or the idea of the experiment, and then I want her sister to marry this guy. And he said that he I guess at the reunion tried to say that or tried to blame it on the fact that her sister didn't like him, and he could sense that, and that was the reason why he didn't show his affection or wasn't able to unfriend zone her or whatever, because like he said that she stated in the past that family was very important to her, but her sister didn't like him, and so it was just like, how this gonna work if your family, the most important person to you, don't like me or whatever. And her sister definitely, every chance she got, I feel like she definitely was telling her that she don't feel like, even at when the girl is getting ready, like getting makeup on. Now I don't be what now. This is me. When it gets to the, even with Married at First Sight, when it gets to the weddings or when decision day, I'm fast forwarding past everything because I don't need to recap. I watched it already, and I likely, you know, binge watched it, so it's still very fresh. So I don't want to see none of that. I want to know what the decisions are. So I think I might have, no, or maybe they did a recap or something. That's how I saw that the sister was basically going in saying that she shouldn't marry him or whatever. But this is at their wedding. Like, she's getting hair and makeup, and her sister is going in telling her that she shouldn't marry this guy. Was it Joey? It was Joey was the guy. That's terrible. I can't remember the girls' names. But Joey was the guy, and I forget what the girl, or maybe it was Sarah and Joey. I don't really know. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess, and her thing was that she felt like he just really didn't like her. Like he didn't really like, she's not like, I don't remember if one of them were not like PDA people or whatever, but maybe she's not. But in Honduras, was it Honduras or wherever they took their little trip after they all got engaged, and she was seeing that the other couples were basically lovey-dovey, like showing PDA, and he wasn't like that with her or whatever. She felt like, dang, I mean, not that I wanted PDA, but like I just wanted you to, like, you know, basically touch me more, like be more, like show me that you're into me or whatever. And I guess he didn't do that. And he said that it was because he just felt like they wasn't able to get out the friend zone. And she felt like she was holding back her feelings and how she truly felt because he wasn't giving her nothing. So she didn't want to, like, you know, go all in. And if he wasn't clearly all in. So, child, that was a mess. And then this other girl, Madison and... Jeff? Was it Jeff? I don't know. This guy... she had, who was her? Oh, she was with this. She was matched with. I feel okay. It was another guy, and I don't know. Madison was just very interesting in her dating or whatever. She was dating two people. One of the guys she was seeing was dating two people, and I guess the guy to the world. Okay, it looked like. When Madison told him that she had a strong connection with her other date or her other boyfriend, basically, because that guy was just like Mason and Madison, and then Megs. So Mason was dating Megs and Madison in the pods at the same time, and then Madison was dating another guy. I want to say his name is Jeff, but I could be making that up. I think I am making it up. I don't know. But so Mason, when Madison told Mason that she had a strong connection, let's just call him Jeff. I don't know if that's his name, but let's just say her connection with Jeff was stronger. He basically tried to like say, well, I'm committed to you or whatever, and like just trying to make Madison choose him and stuff. And she felt that was just disingenuous. Because he was saying that he was going to break it off with Meg, but then he still had a date with Meg and was still, and Meg wasn't, she didn't get the impression that he was, you know, going to break up with her. So Madison felt like he was playing both of them and like telling them both the same thing and stuff like that. And now, while obviously that's the whole point of the pods, is to be dating multiple people to find out who is your true match and stuff like that, they felt like he just was really like playing the fence, pitting them against each other as they skip. Because also Meg was, I feel like she was kind of, some of them were being kind of messy. I feel like just really boastful about, you know, who their number one was or who they was talking to and stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, that can create a environment of resentment, because if you talking to the same person, or if this person that's bragging about talking to the person that you feel like you want to marry, like it could just cause a lot of tension or whatever. And that happened with Lauren and Molly. Like Molly thought that, like Molly was saying all this stuff about how, you know, Dave was, you know, said that he was her number one, which I don't know, I kind of don't remember or whatever. Maybe he did, but I don't know. But yeah, so anywho, Mason, it seemed like he basically was trying to sway Madison to choose him versus the other, versus Jeff. But then when Madison broke up with him, because all the girls knew that she was gonna break up with him, and so Meg was like, well, now I like knowing that how he really did like Madison, and it seemed like he liked her more than Meg, and she could sense that. She was just like, well, I don't want to be his leftovers. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna choose you since my number one ain't choose me or whatever. And so she tried to ask him that. He basically said that he affirmed Madison because he felt like he was pressured to do so because she wasn't choosing him or whatever. It probably was a pride thing. Like, well, I want you to choose me. Don't choose the other guy. And so, you know, Meg was just like, you know, what is it or whatever. And he was trying to save face, but it didn't really work. But as soon as they left the pods, they did end up dating for a little bit. But I guess when they tried, they just found out that they were better as friends and stuff like that. But that would have been a cool love story, because I feel like it was another, what was it? Her name, Blake? It was another season, and the one guy, Zach, or something like that, they had ended up reconnecting. They ended up getting married or whatever. Instead of the person that he chose, he felt like he chose the wrong person, and like she really was into him and stuff like that. And yeah, but I'm glad. A thing about him though, it's a couple people that I'm glad that they start growing their facial hair, because I think it is Blake or Blair. I don't know. I know her name started with a B, but I can't remember. And definitely don't remember the season number. But I'm glad that I think his name was Zach. Why I remember the guy's name? I don't remember girls. Oops. But I think Zach was his name, and he looked like a total creep. Okay, after the pods, he started growing his hair, or maybe it was after the season he started growing his hair out, and I really like that he did, because growing his facial hair out, because without it he looks crazy. But he looked all right. He looked decent with the facial hair, and it's somebody else that when they showed the top 5 moments, I think, of Love Is Blind history, it was somebody else on there on one of the moments that they looked better with the facial hair. What else I gonna say? In them top 5 moments, I wonder. I should go and maybe look and see if I can find out what the other moments was, because I know there have been moments for me that were very memorable, and I don't know necessarily that the ones that they pointed out were memorable for me or most memorable, but one, I mean, just Ayana and that guy, but maybe, yeah, just like what they went through with the guy, he looked Indian or whatever, and the girl that had the curly hair and stuff like that. Just how hurt she was when he, like, decided, like, broke up with her or whatever, or broke it off and stuff like that. Like, I could feel her pain. You feel me? What else? I think that's all I got for now. I didn't talk to y'all long enough. But yeah, basically, they was getting on my nerves. And, well, really just Dave. Dave was probably got on my nerves the most. But then I was just very shocked. I think I was shocked when I got to the reunion. I'm just like, well, all the decision days, and like only one couple got married. I think I wasn't really sad and always tired about any other one except for Devin and Virginia. I really wanted them to get married, and I just was very shocked to see that they did it. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That's all, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below. Let us know things I see us try, things I see us cook. Interact with us, because we do that from you. And subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notifications the next time we post a video. We'll see you in the next one. She's a real girl in a food world. She's a great catch, and she cooks.